It's the Parc des Princes, but not as you might know it. Welcome along to the Westie TV Champions League playoffs. The FBC5 host Olympique Marseille, and what a night this could be. Two teams in the middle of the playoff spots, fighting out for a place in the quarterfinals. Marseille come to the home of their biggest rivals, and the FBC5 return to a stage which they won at earlier in the season. Let's get going then. A big night for the FBC5. They beat Bayern on the last day, of course. Daniel Baker takes the captain's armband. Timo de Geze starts in goal. Baker, Corleone, Tar at the back three. Mulligan, Sardelis, Taylor and Austin Lusko. Joker, Firestrix and Andrew Matic, after getting his first goal of the season against Bayern, starts up front again. Well, this was a huge shock to see the FBC5 as high as they are in the playoff table. They haven't been in the best of form recently, but Marseille in the meantime, they've had the most draws out of any other team in this competition so far this year. Well, 5 draws. It is potential tonight that they could go all the way to the extra time, maybe penalties. Francois Collou takes the captain's armband. Eric Mrevier starts in goal tonight. So Mrevier, Medina, Corto, Pavard, Murillo, Højbjerg, Timber, Majewski, Guiri, Nwaneri and Collou starts up front for Marseille. Huge night for both of these teams. A quarter-final place awaits, and there is some excitement at every end of the pitch. Here we go then. Marseille get us underway here at the Parc des Princes, and the FBC5 will be looking for a quarter-final place for the first time in a... Well, it's the first time since the Charity Cup last year. Referees to stop play for a second. I think the ball's come back into the play. Not sure what's gone on here. There we go, back underway. Of course, it has been a bit of a shaky season maybe for the FBC5. They thought they could be a bit higher. 5 wins, 1 draw and 5 losses. It's not been the best of seasons, even though they've established themselves as the mid-table side. Nwaneri, here's Guiri. I think Collou wanted it more. Here's Quinten Timber. Timo de Geze. Collou hits the bar and it's in! Francois Collou scores again for Marseille. The local Parisian, all the way from Réunion, heads Marseille home. And Owen Taylor is giving him, I think, a bit of a lift up there, but great header. And I think that was Ross Hanley, who's furious in the midfield, or the middle of the defence, sorry. But the FBC5 have work to do now. Marseille on the back foot. Sorry, I put them on the back foot, sorry. Here's Mulligan. Played into Andrew Matic. Firestrix. Højbjerg playing back by Medina. Guiri. Højbjerg. Majewski. Guiri. Here's Collou once more. Played into Nwaneri. Marseille double the lead. Quarter past the hour and Marseille are in control. Timo de Geze, well, he tried everything, but it wasn't enough. He is holding his groin quite a lot. I don't know what's happened to Timo de Geze, but he's holding his groin. We'll have a look at a stoppage in a minute. Maybe we'll see what goes on. Austin Lusko. Medina clears. Majewski beats Lusko to the ball, and now Marseille on the counter again. Amin Gouiri played forward. Francois Collou into Nwaneri. Quinton Timber. Well, the FBC5, they kept the system they played against Bayern because it really forced them on the offensive. Here's Gouiri behind for a corner kick. Well, this was the shot, I think, and it was hit Pablo's foot, and it's... We haven't had Pablo call alone in ages. Majewski whipped into the box, softer, heads clear. Sardless into Ahmed Joker. Matic onto Firestrix. Free up for the FBC5. Here's Joker into Mulligan. Owen Taylor. Firestrix into the area. Matic. Laid across. Owen Taylor. Joker not quite there. Revier down low and in the nick of time. Nwaneri. Quinton Timber. Gouiri. Collou to Nwaneri. Quinton Timber. Gouiri, great feet. Owen Taylor beaten. Here's Højbjerg, Timo de Geze, and Collou almost got there. It's been a bit quieter now for Marseille. And there is a player down. I think this is Austin Lusko. And Facundo Medina is coming, receive a yellow from the ref. And oh, I don't know about that. He's gone in the back heel. Almost Paslic has been told to warm up. Here's Owen Taylor. Softer. FBC5 need to cut the deficit, and they need to cut it down now. Corto. Marseille building again though. Here's Nwaneri. Played forward. Gouiri again. Quinton Timber. And that will be the end of the first half. I think it's been good for Marseille. You might have to say, in their rival stadium, they are dominating here in France. And it has been a bit of a difficult day for the FBC5 offence. But at the end of the day, Firestrix, he's going to pick up the pace in the second half. Half time here, FBC5 0, Marseille 2. Welcome back everybody, second half underway here at the Parc des Princes in Paris, and the FBC5 and Marseille are, well, you might want to say maybe a few light years apart at the moment. Here's Mulligan, there we go! Light years brought down to minutes. Brilliant play from the FBC5, and now, is this the time they mount a comeback? the Londoner, has put the FBC5 back within 1 in Paris, but they're going to need more. Here's Murillo into Quinton Timber. Pavard back to Guiri. Pablo Corleone gets in the way. Sideless into Ahmed Joker. Wide out to Lusco. Stayed on despite the knock in the first half. This looks a lot better right now for the FBC5. Maybe the team talk at half time and Andrew Matic's motivational team talks has really maybe ripped into them a bit. Taylor into Sideless. Forward, Ahmed Joker. Here's Matic. And there is an offside flag up against, I think it's Ahmed Joker. And that's Matic. Matic has been caught offside. Now, I mean, a bit too far apart for my liking. Revier with a short goal kick, and well, wide out to Nwaneri. Played forward, Pablo Corleone. Half an hour to play. Here's Matic, wide out to Mulligan. Sideless into Matic again. Plenty in support, and there will be a corner now for the FBC5. Substitutions being made. Paslic on for Lusco, and Nwaneri's coming off. Igor Pacquiao. Sanitarius whipping it in. Pablo is almost there. Joker heads clear. And well, Pacquiao is already thrown to the floor, and that's by Owen Taylor. That was Paslic. Rio heads it back. Pacquiao. Quinton Timber. Kolo into Guiri. Now Majewski. Marseille on the counter. Here's Quinton Timber. Oh, brilliant! Touch delight in Paris. What a spectacular goal from Quinton Timber and Marseille. Timo de Geze's furious. And what a goal it is from Quinton Timber. And now the FBC5 are back to square one. Right where they started at the first half. Owen Taylor. Pasalic into Strix. Matic forward. Ahmed Joker! Good save by Eric Revier. Medina's got in the way of him a little bit there, but still all okay. Well, 10 to go, 10 minutes to hold on. And Marseille are quarter-finalists in the Westie TV Champions League. Guiri whipped forward to Kolu. Brilliant pass. Here's Majewski. It is an awesome 4 and one worth dancing about too. Marseille, what a day. And you might feel a little bit happy about this one. Bit of samba aerobics from Huber Majewski. Well, on the same pitch that Ronaldinho played on, maybe about 10, 15 years ago. It was... No, 15 years ago. Jeez. 20 years ago, actually. That probably might have been Ronaldinho's time. Joker. Whipped into Mulligan. Mulligan trying to push through, and it's not quite gone the way he wanted. The FBC5 will be out at the playoff stage, and pushing the back from Andrew Matic. Well, Jeffrey Kondogbia comes off for Quinton Timber. Huge goal from him tonight, and what a goal it is. Beyond the end of the season, highlight reels, is Pacquiao. Kolu forward, Matt O'Reilly. Softer. This is what happens when you take a big risk and making more attacking change in the FBC5's case, but, well, hasn't quite worked out the way they wanted tonight. Marseille storm to victory in Paris. Quarter-finalists in the Champions League. And they march on into what has been an incredible 90 minutes here in Paris. Hubert Miewski, your man of the match. Francois Kolu in behind as well. Quinton Timber's up there too. But the early Joe Mulligan goal in the second half wasn't enough. At the end of full time then, FBC 5-1, Marseille 4.